All right, so people have been falling into my DMs like, Monique, what's been going on since your hysterectomy? Like, you ain't post no updates. Child. Child. All right, so it has been like over 6 months since I've had the hysterectomy, and baby, buckle up, buttercup, because you're not ready for this. So I had my hysterectomy back on December the 19th of 2025, and honey, I was told that it was going to be all that in a bag of chips. I did have a fibroid that was 8 pounds and about 22 inches long, so your friend did have a baby down here. Look here, okay? And I went through surgery. The surgery took longer than anticipated. They did have to take one of my ovaries, but other than that, surgery I was told was successful. It was successful. The recovery, honey, was hard, okay? It was harder than hard. Recovery was hard. Look at some of my past videos and you will see that recovery was hella hard. If it weren't for Jesus, girl, I will tell you, I do not think I would have made it through. And y'all, in my Hister Sister community here on TikTok, I'll be honest, I do not think I would have made it. Like, there's so many unknowns, but anyway, I digress. Get back on topic. So, had the surgery, went through recovery, started getting back to my normal self, so I thought. I'm gonna be 100%. I do not feel like myself. I definitely don't look like myself, and I realize that. It took a lot of healing holistically, right, just to get in the right mindset and mind frame. From having my hysterectomy since December, I have gained 20 pounds. And let me just say that, like, I want to say once I was cleared to get back on my GLP-1, I did get back on my GLP-1 for like, I don't know, a month maybe. And restarting the GLP-1 was hard. I felt like my body just didn't respond to it. So I got off of it, plus my insurance child being super ratchet, and it stopped covering it. And maybe it was a blessing in disguise. So I changed up my eating. I started working out more. I started drinking more water. Like, when I tell you I'm doing all the things, right? And I think the thing that has been messing with me the most is I am the trainer, right? I am a certified personal trainer. Like, I've gone through the training, I've gone through the classes. Like, I've been doing fitness for years. Now, mind you, I lost 100 pounds with bariatric surgery. And in hindsight, because honey, it's 2020, I have kept it off, right? Like, I have not gained back like the 100 pounds. However, I did gain 20 pounds since having surgery. And as you can see, I feel like it's here. Let me turn to the side. Back up, okay? Okay. But it's here, right? It's just been a struggle trying to get it off. And maybe it's that I'm in perimenopause. They said I'm not in full bloom, but I'm in perimenopause, right? It could be a number of things. I don't want to speculate. I'm not a doctor, even though I play one on the interwebs. But it has been hard. But what I will say is that I am not giving up. Like, I was just like, I woke up one day and I was like, Lord, I got to give it to you, because I just can't go out like this. Like, there have been some other stresses in my life that have, I feel like, contributed, like the job, like my family, my daughter who's a pageant queen. Like, it's a whole bunch of things. But I internally had to decide that I can't give up. Like, I can't rest here. And definitely, I'm going to say this, and y'all, it's whatever, but I don't want to be the person that had the hysterectomy and then she fell off and her life was over. No, no, no. I'm not going to be that person, because I know that that's not the plan that God has for my life, right? And I thought like my plan was to be a fitness instructor and continue to teach fitness, and and maybe that's not the plan. So I'm saying the past 6 months have been rocky. Am I giving up? No. So what have I done since my awakening? Jesus. Well, I decided to make some serious hard life changes. I decided to get on trips. Y'all know what I'm talking about, tours. I don't know, whatever y'all call it. I guess you can't say it out loud here on the interwebs on this app. But I decided to do that through a telehealth company that I am paying for out of my pocket. Okay, so like, I am not sponsored by anybody. Listen, you do you, boo. You got to do what works best for your body. I also got a lot of lab work to figure out like where I'm deficient, what I needed. Like one of the things was like my hair was just like falling out rapidly. Like I couldn't, and my doctor had to chin check me and she was like, "Yo, are you eating enough protein?" Kind of, sorta. It's not a kind of, sorta. Like, are you drinking enough water? Kind of, sorta. It's not a kind of, sorta. Like, you gotta do all the things to stay consistent. And I feel like that's the one thing that I've had to learn over this whole journey is that you gotta be consistent. So I have been on TRDs, whatever y'all call it, trips, I don't know, for about a week. Today is actually shot day today. I have lost 3 pounds this week and I'm feeling very hopeful. I've gotten my energy back, and that's the one thing that I feel like has kind of given me like a little bit of a boost. I did incorporate a lot of fiber into my body because we don't talk about fiber enough. Like, yeah, girl, get your protein, get your water, get your healthy fats, get your movement, but also get your fiber. Like, we got to do that, right? Changed up my supplements just a little bit, and I honestly feel like it's moving in the right direction. Like I've just been trying to get like my upper body kind of like back, because that's something that I worked really hard on before, was like having sculpted arms, having a sculpted back. And right now, honey, I look like a linebacker, but that's okay. I digress. And the most important thing is that I've learned to put me first. Like, and I know it's gonna seem harsh, but sometimes I feel like we show up for others instead of showing up for ourselves. And I really had to learn that, you know what, if this don't work, it's okay. Pivot if it's not working for you, but be there long enough to at least try it out. But sometimes you need to be okay with pivoting. Like for me, getting sad and depressed because things don't go my way. So how did I change that? I started journaling. I started praying and honestly like giving it to God. Like, I'm not gonna rest here, because when I get sad and depressed, I sit on my couch and I would eat all day. Another thing is just being consistent with the movement and finding like-minded people, okay, who are on the same path as you. And I'm gonna say this and y'all gonna hate me, but if you be around people that smoke all the time, well, honey, 9 out of 10, you're going to be a smoker. If you be around people who don't want to work out, then, honey, guess what? You're not going to want to work out. And I don't care if they're like, well, I tried and this and that, and always have 100 excuses. If you don't want to do it, honey, that's your business. But for me, she and her, we going to get up and we going to work out every single day. And so I've had to change my circle. I love my circle, but I've also had to change my circle, because they say that you are the 5 people that you hang around. And if you are the smartest person in the group, you need a new group. So I said what I said, and I'm not going to apologize for it. So yeah, so that's where we are on the hysterectomy journey, and I am going to keep on showing up for me. Now I'm showing up for me, even in my business, right? So my business is in a little bit of flux right now. Again, child, the business has been in flux, honey, for years. I feel like ever since we transitioned from Thick Chicks, because somebody on this app almost sued us. The tea, honey, the tea. But it's all good. Business is business. We just haven't been right since. But you know what? I'm like, Lord, you got my steps. You got my journey. Tell me where you want me to go, and I'm going to go that way. So, again, 6 months post-op, I'm still standing, still moving. I'm recording my daily workouts over on my business account. So if you want to work out with me, come do that. If you don't, it's okay. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to show up for me. So I hope you have a good day. And let me know how your journey is going post-hysterectomy. Like, honestly, I really want to know. And you can always follow my DMs. If you're new to surgery, my advice is rest. Rest, 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 rest. Even post-surgery, you got to learn to rest. Girl, I go to bed now at like 10, sometimes 9:30. Okay? Eyes be deep. Deep.